Who would win, Prime Ronda or Prime Dakota?
Prime Dakota.
Jake Paul just asked the million-dollar question, and the MMA world instantly caught fire. Could Dakota Ditcheva beat a prime Ronda Rousey? Without hesitation, Dakota answered with pure confidence. 100%, I'd beat her. That one statement alone was enough to split fans, spark debates, and flood comment sections everywhere. Because when you talk about Prime Ronda, you're talking about one of the most dominant women the sport has ever seen. Ronda Rousey wasn't just a champion, she was a revolution. Before many fans even took women's MMA seriously, Ronda was ripping through opponents with terrifying speed. Armbar after armbar, first-round finish after first-round finish, she became the face of women's combat sports. She headlined cards, broke pay-per-view records, and opened doors for generations of female fighters after her. Prime Ronda was explosive, aggressive, and mentally overwhelming. Once she touched you, the fight could be over in seconds. But Dakota Ditcheva represents a completely different era. She's unbeaten, dangerous, and built for the modern game. Unlike Ronda's grappling-heavy style, Dakota brings elite striking, brutal Muay Thai knees, sharp elbows, speed, range control, and knockout power. She doesn't just win fights, she breaks opponents down with pressure and precision. That's why many younger fans believe Prime Dakota would be a nightmare matchup for almost any version of Ronda. The real debate comes down to one question: can Ronda close distance before Dakota lands? If Prime Ronda got hold of Dakota early, dragged her down, and started hunting submissions, she'd be incredibly dangerous. That was her world. But if Dakota kept range, stuffed takedowns, and forced a stand-up fight, Ronda would be entering deep water against a faster, more technical striker with vicious finishing instincts. This is why Dakota's answer went viral. She didn't just say she could compete. She said she'd win, confidently. That's the kind of statement that creates legends or creates enemies. Ronda fans see disrespect. Dakota fans see truth. And neutral fans see one of the best fantasy matchups in women's MMA history. Then the story got even crazier. While people were debating Ronda versus Dakota, rumors started swirling about Dakota's future between Professional Fighters League and Ultimate Fighting Championship. Conor McGregor publicly praised Dakota, calling her the next big thing. Fans instantly began tagging.
Yeah, Conor McGregor follows me on Twitter. I was told that as well the other day by my brother's friend. So, things like that and massive.
Superstar, what's up, Fiat? You're the next big thing, look up your nose. Right to see it, Fiat.
Dana White and demanding a UFC signing. Many believed Dakota to UFC was inevitable. But Dakota shocked everyone by staying loyal to PFL. Instead of jumping to the biggest promotion in the world, she doubled down and re-signed. That decision turned her from rising contender.
Digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Tender into the centerpiece of a promotion war. Because Dakota isn't just another fighter, she's a brand. Undefeated record, highlight knockouts, star presence, and crossover appeal. Losing her would hurt PFL badly. Keeping her gives them a weapon against UFC dominance. Meanwhile, Dakota kept doing what stars do, winning. After
You're the next big thing, look up your nose.
dominating Sumiko Inaba, she showed control, clinch violence, elbows, knees, and composure. But after the win, she revealed frustration over another hand injury. Instead of celebrating, she looked emotional. Fans saw the pain of a fighter who knows momentum matters. Every delay is costly when superstardom is within reach. And that's what makes...
I'm just get me anything, literally. But like you said, it was it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL, they've put all the girls in the tournament and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience, because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I think that's another thing that I have to understand is if I'd had a 5-round war with Santos, there would have been a few more people in there that would have been more of a match. But
Dakota's so fascinating right now. She's already one of the hottest names in women's MMA without even fighting inside the UFC. Imagine what happens if she enters that cage healthy, in her prime, with the world watching. A title shot against Valentina Shevchenko? A super fight with Kayla Harrison? Or even fantasy debates like Prime Ronda versus Prime Dakota becoming reality in another universe. So who wins, Prime Ronda or Prime Dakota? If Ronda gets the takedown early, she can end it fast. If Dakota keeps it standing, she could finish it violently. Old school dominance versus new school evolution. Grappling icon versus striking assassin. Legacy versus future. One thing is certain, when Dakota Ditcheva said, Prime Dakota, she didn't just answer Jake Paul's question. She created one of the biggest debates women's MMA has seen in years. Dakota Ditcheva stepped into the cage that night carrying growing hype, but what happened next turned hype into fear. Against Hasna Gaber, Dakota didn't just look sharp, she looked like a future world champion. From the opening second, her speed, timing, and aggression were on another level. Before Gaber could even settle into the fight, Dakota was already forcing mistakes and creating chaos. It felt less like a matchup and more like a warning to the entire division. The moment the action started, Dakota immediately attacked with clean leg kicks and forward pressure. She didn't waste time feeling out the range or playing it safe. Every strike had intent behind it. Gaber tried to adjust, but Dakota's movement and timing were too much to read. She was faster to every exchange and more dangerous in every position. The pressure alone looked overwhelming.
You're a superstar. What's up, Priya? You're the next big thing, Dave. Look up your nose. Great to see it, Priya. Strong woman, good girl. Fucking awesome. Great to see it. Great to find you. Love it, love it. What's it back? What are you next? Priya, now I'm walking myself there. As superstar right there. 100.
Then came the finish everyone remembers. Dakota closed the distance and landed a brutal knee to the body that changed everything instantly. Gaber folded under the impact, and the referee had no choice but to stop it. In under a minute, the fight was over. No controversy, no debate, no lucky punch. Just pure domination from a fighter who looked levels above her opponent. That's why fans
Back elbow, and now a left hand. And she
started saying Dakota ended Hasna's career. Whether literal or symbolic, the meaning was clear. This wasn't a normal loss. It was the kind of defeat that changes how people see you forever. One fighter left the cage as a rising prospect. The other left knowing she had just faced something special. Moments like that stay in the sport for a long time. What made it scarier was Dakota was still early in her MMA journey. Most fighters need years to find rhythm, sharpen instincts, and learn how to finish at a high level. Dakota already looked polished.
That's McGregor handpicking his successor. And guess what?
Confident and ruthless. She carried herself like someone who knew exactly how dangerous she was. That combination of youth and killer instinct is rare. Her striking style made her stand out immediately. Coming from a Muay Thai background, Dakota used knees, kicks, elbows, and bodywork with real precision. She didn't throw wild shots. She picked targets and punished them. Every movement looked practiced, and every combination flowed naturally. She was violent, but technical at the same time. For other women in MMA, that performance sent a message. If Dakota could dismantle opponents that quickly, then nobody in the division could afford to overlook her. Veterans, contenders, champions, all of them had to notice what was happening. She wasn't slowly climbing the ladder. She was sprinting up it. The scary part is that performances like this build confidence. Once a fighter knows they can break people quickly, they become even more dangerous. Dakota started carrying herself with the belief of a star. She entered future fights not hoping to win, but expecting to dominate. That mindset can turn talented fighters into champions. Many fans started wondering what would happen if she crossed paths with the biggest names in women's MMA. Could legends handle that pace? Could champions survive that bodywork? Could anyone stop her once momentum started building? Those questions only grew louder after the Gaber finish. PFL
Even though I look up to her a lot, I still want to be in her position and be able to beat someone like her. So.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top.
This is legacy versus legacy to be. Valentina is one of the most well-rounded fighters in MMA history. She reads opponents like code, downloads your game in real time, and exploits the first bug she finds. Dakota, she's got that unorthodox rhythmic striking that could actually throw Valentina off early. Long knees, feints, switch kicks from odd angles. But here's where Reggie gets real. Dakota still needs more 5-round reps. Her pace can dip late, and Valentina is the queen of championship round adjustments. Still, imagine a fully dialed-in Dakota with sharpened counter wrestling and championship caliber cardio on point. If she dethrones Shevchenko, especially by spectacular knockout, it wouldn't just be an upset. It would catapult Dakota into instant superstardom and turn her into a household name overnight. We're talking late show appearances, global endorsements, the works. That's the rocket ship moment everyone's waiting on, and it would stamp her GOAT application in permanent ink.
Knew they had something valuable. A young, marketable, undefeated striker with highlight reel finishes is rare in combat sports. Dakota wasn't just winning fights, she was creating moments fans wanted to replay. Promotions build divisions around athletes like that. As her career moved forward, that 58-second destruction remained one of the clearest examples of her danger. It showed what happens when Dakota gets space, confidence, and an opponent standing in front of her. The result can be sudden, brutal, and unforgettable. So when people ask why Dakota Ditcheva creates so much buzz, fights like this are the answer. She doesn't just beat opponents. She changes narratives, builds fear, and forces the MMA world to pay attention. And for anyone standing across from her next, the message is simple. Survive the opening minute first.
When you come back, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great...
Jake Paul just asked the million-dollar question, and the MMA world instantly caught fire. Could Dakota Ditcheva beat a prime Ronda Rousey? Without hesitation, Dakota answered with pure confidence. 100%, I'd beat her. That one statement alone was enough to split fans, spark debates, and flood comment sections everywhere. Because when you talk about prime Ronda, you're talking about one of the most dominant women.
She's never won a belt, as she's like. She's not a complete fighter, is she? I'm not a complete fighter. She definitely isn't either, so. But whatever.
The sport has ever seen. Ronda Rousey wasn't just a champion, she was a revolution. Before many fans even took women's MMA seriously, Ronda was ripping through opponents with terrifying speed. Armbar after armbar, first-round finish after first-round finish, she became the face of women's combat sports. She headlined cards, broke pay-per-view records, and opened doors for generations of female fighters after her. Prime Ronda was explosive, aggressive, and mentally overwhelming. Once she touched you, the fight could be over in seconds. But Dakota Ditcheva represents a completely different era. She's unbeaten, dangerous, and built for the modern game. Unlike Ronda's grappling-heavy style, Dakota brings elite striking, brutal Muay Thai knees, sharp elbows, speed, range control, and knockout power. She doesn't just win fights, she breaks opponents down with pressure and precision. That's why many younger fans believe Prime Dakota would be a nightmare matchup for almost any version of Ronda. The real debate comes down to one question. Can Ronda close distance before Dakota lands? If Prime Ronda got hold of Dakota early, dragged her down, and started hunting submissions, she'd be incredibly dangerous. That was her world.
Because there's one name that I am dying to see in the UFC, and that's Dakota Ditcheva. Yeah.
What a fighter.
Talk about the women's
Can you imagine her?
division needing a superstar, and talk about a perfectly packaged, talented, gorgeous, eloquent, respectful, good, like literally checks every single box, and she's right there. And she
I'm here with a dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. First question I have to ask, how How's the left hand? We saw you shaking it out in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I think I've injured my left hand, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
This crowd.